Hello, my radiant and powerful Leo souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for illuminating the profound truths written in the stars and whispered into the very fabric of your heart. I am your guide, and if you have found your way to this specific message at this precise moment in time, I want you to feel with every ounce of your magnificent being that this is no accident. This is a divine appointment. Pause with me just for a moment before we journey into the heart of this truth. Find a space where you can be undisturbed. Take a deep, intentional breath in, filling your lungs with the golden light of the cosmos. Hold it, feeling your own inner sun expand. And then exhale slowly, releasing everything that has felt heavy, everything that has dimmed your shine. Let your shoulders relax. Allow your brave and generous heart, that radiant center of your universe, to open to the wisdom that is already on its way to you. Because the universe has orchestrated this moment, a sacred conversation between your spirit and the words that are about to unfold. Leo, you are the heart of the zodiac, a vessel of pure, creative, life-giving light. Your very presence is designed to warm, to inspire, and to lead. But perhaps lately, you have felt a subtle chill in the air of your own kingdom. You may have sensed an invisible cloud passing before your sun, a feeling deep within your soul that has stirred with no logical explanation. You are not imagining it. You have been sensing a profound shift in your soul's atmosphere, and that, my beautiful friend, is not coincidence. That is divine alignment, preparing you for a sacred unveiling. If you are feeling the truth of these words, resonating in the core of your being, I invite you now to make a sacred pact with your own evolution. Seal this moment by subscribing to Cosmic Wisdom so you never miss these whispers from the universe. And in the comments below, declare your readiness to the cosmos by writing, "I am ready to own my divine light." Consider this more than a comment. See it as a powerful affirmation, an energetic key that unlocks the portal to this message. What is unfolding in the background of your life, Leo, is not a loud, dramatic catastrophe. It is a spiritual storm, brewing in the quietest corners of your world, moving with a slow and deliberate power. It is a truth long buried beneath the performance of daily life that is beginning to rise to the surface. With Pluto, the great revealer, activating the hidden chambers of your inner world, and the wounded healer, Chiron, casting its light on your sense of self, the cosmos is telling you that the moment to see with unfiltered clarity has arrived. This message is not here to frighten you. It is here to empower you. It is here to hand you the scepter of your own sovereignty, to help you reclaim your throne, and to remind you how to protect the sacred fire that is your birthright. For the stars are whispering, and the cards have confirmed that someone in your inner circle, someone you have warmed with your generous light, may not be who they appear to be. They wear the mask of friendship, of admiration, of loyalty. They applaud when you are on stage, but underneath that applause, a different energy has been festering. And within the next few days, the universe is orchestrating a moment where their true intention will surface. It may not be a grand confession. It may be a subtle remark, a backhanded compliment that lands with a sting, a sudden emotional withdrawal when you share a victory, or a misplaced detail that unravels a hidden narrative. The veil, my dear Leo, is about to drop, and you must be ready not to react with wounded pride, but to respond with the calm, regal clarity of a sovereign who sees the truth. That is why, in this sacred time together, we will journey beyond the surface. We will enter that holy space where astrology, divine intuition, and the gentle wisdom of your own higher self converge to guide your next steps. You will learn not just what is happening, but why it is happening. You will learn how to shield your radiant energy, how to reclaim your emotional territory, and how to activate a field of golden light so powerful that no shadow can endure within it. This is not just a warning, magnificent soul. This is your initiation into a new level of power. What you choose to do with this sacred knowledge will change everything. So stay with me, breathe with me until the very last word, because the reflection waiting for you on the other side of this truth will empower you beyond anything you can currently imagine. Let's journey deep into the heart of this matter, shall we, when we look at the cosmic energies that are weaving through your life right now. We see a story of profound revelation. The appearance of the Tower card in your reading, especially when flanked by the shadow aspects of the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Swords, is not a harbinger of random destruction. Oh no, beautiful Leo. The Tower does not fall without reason. It only crumbles when the foundations of a situation have been built on something less than pure, authentic truth. It signifies a divine unraveling, a moment of shocking clarity that is designed to liberate you, not to break you. In your world, this tower represents an illusion you have held about a connection, a relationship where the energy you were giving was not the energy you were receiving. The Ten of Swords, following this revelation, speaks a painful but necessary truth. This is not a wound from a stranger on the battlefield of life. This hurt is laced with familiarity. It comes from someone you let inside the castle walls, someone to whom you generously gave your warmth, your loyalty, and your light. And that is what makes the sting so much deeper, isn't it? It is the quiet betrayal, the slow realization that the person you believed was in your corner was actually competing with you in the shadows. Leo, your heart was forged in the heart of the sun itself. You love with a fierce and unwavering loyalty. Your instinct is to trust, to protect, and to uplift those in your pride. But sometimes that beautiful, generous loyalty can become a blindfold. You may have chosen to ignore the subtle red flags, the quiet tension that entered the room when you spoke of your dreams, the remarks that subtly minimized your achievements, the cold glances that simply did not match the warm words being spoken. You may have justified their behavior, telling yourself they're just having a bad day, or they don't really mean it, because your noble heart saw their potential, not their present reality. But the universe is now saying, enough. The veil is lifting. A reversed Ace of Cups in this reading reveals that someone has been drinking from your emotional well, from the deep well of your creative energy and your life force, without ever pouring anything back. What you perceived as a mutual exchange of light has been, on some level, a draining of your own. The current astrology confirms this with a powerful square between Mars, the planet of action and assertion, and the sensitive moon. This cosmic aspect is like a divine magnifying glass, exposing the hidden pressure points and unspoken resentments in your relationships. Mars brings the impulsive energy of confrontation, while the moon governs our deepest emotional truths. When they clash, what has been simmering beneath the surface erupts. And so, in the coming days, expect a moment of undeniable truth. It could be a conversation where the mask slips a shift in their body language that screams what their mouth will not say, or an unexpected reaction to your success that confirms what your spirit has been whispering to you for some time. And when that moment arrives, my dear Leo, I implore you, do not doubt your intuition. Do not silence your inner knowing just to maintain a false peace. Sometimes the peace you are fighting so hard to preserve is costing you the very throne of your own soul. The reversed Queen of Wands and the reversed Empress cards give us an even deeper insight into this dynamic. These cards don't necessarily point to a specific woman, but rather to a type of energy. It is someone who appears strong-willed, charismatic, and perhaps even inspiring on the surface. They were drawn to your magnificent light, to your confidence, to your natural ability to command a room. But somewhere along the way, their admiration curdled into envy. Perhaps you shared your brilliant ideas, your creative visions, your personal victories, and in the quiet of their own heart, they stopped celebrating you and began to resent you. Envy, Leo, rarely announces its presence with a declaration of war. It is a far more insidious poison. It shows up as passive resistance. It masquerades as constructive criticism that is designed to plant seeds of doubt. It manifests as vague discouragement or emotional withdrawal precisely when you are shining your brightest. These cards are a cosmic reminder that some people are drawn to your energy, but they do not truly desire your growth. They love basking in your warmth until your light begins to outshine what they believe is possible for themselves. And then consciously or unconsciously, they will seek to dim it. But please hear my heart when I say this. This revelation is not a call for you to build higher walls around your magnificent heart or to retreat into the shadows of suspicion. No, never. A lion is not meant to live in a cage. This is a sacred invitation to see with divine clarity. You are not being asked to judge them with anger, but to discern their energy with wisdom. True spiritual maturity is not about endless tolerance for behavior that drains your spirit. And forgiveness, while divine, does not always mean allowing re-entry into the sacred chambers of your heart. Some souls are destined to pass through our lives not to stay, but to serve as divine mirrors showing us where we have given our power away, where we have loved others more than we have honored ourselves. And when that sacred lesson is complete, their season in our lives must come to an end. Allow this to be a moment of regal stillness where you choose clarity over a chaotic attachment. Let the unwavering voice of your intuition speak louder than the long history you may share. Remember this, and let it be your anchor. Discernment is a holy practice. When you sense a mask is slipping, trust what your intuition shows you is underneath. You are not here to rescue people from their own shadows, Leo. You are here to stand in your own light, unapologetically, peacefully, and fully. And if you are feeling a resistance to letting go a pang in your loyal heart, remember this universal truth: what you release with wisdom, the universe replaces with grace. The hands that you let go of today may be the very hands that have been blocking you from receiving the blessings, the true soul-level connections, and the opportunities that your spirit has been praying for. In this truth, there is your power. In this clarity, there is your healing. And in this very moment, magnificent Leo, there is a choice to remain blinded by a false loyalty or to see the truth and rise into your full glory. Following the sacred storm of the tower and the sting of this emotional unveiling, the presence of the Magician card in your reading is no mere coincidence. It is a divine proclamation from the universe, a powerful reminder of your innate creative power, your royal authority, and your divine ability to reclaim your energetic center. This card does not arrive timidly. It emerges like a flash of golden sunlight after a storm, affirming that while you may not have chosen this challenge, you are more than capable of choosing your response. You are the master of your own kingdom. The magician, as an archetype, is not just a symbol of manifesting your desires. It represents aligned consciousness. It is the one who stands as a bridge between the heavens and the earth, acting with clear, unwavering intention and a powerful, grounded presence. In the context of what you are navigating, this energy asks you a profound question. What divine tools do you already possess that you have forgotten to use? What aspects of your own magnificent strength have you dimmed in order to make others feel more comfortable in your presence? And are you ready right now to step back into the full, glorious, energetic ownership of your life's path? This is not about controlling others or fighting shadows with more shadows. That is not the way of an enlightened sovereign. This is about remembering that your light, your sacred inner fire, is not fragile. It is focused. And when your light is focused through conscious awareness, sacred ritual, and a deep devotion to your own growth, it becomes impenetrable. The ritual I am about to share with you is not superstition. It is a conscious, sacred act of reclaiming your holy space. It is a way of telling the universe, this is my kingdom, and only love and light may enter here. I want you to find a quiet moment, perhaps at dawn or dusk, when the veil between worlds is thin. You will need a simple white or gold candle, a small bowl of water, and a pinch of salt. The salt is for grounding. It purifies the energy field and represents the earth of your kingdom. The water is for cleansing. It will absorb and wash away what no longer belongs to you. The flame of the candle is your power. It represents your inner sun, your passion, and the eternal light of your soul. Light the candle. As you watch the flame dance, see it as a reflection of your own indestructible spirit. Stir the salt into the water, and as you do, whisper these words: "With earth and water, I cleanse my space. All energy not aligned with my highest good is now released with grace." Then take a moment. Gaze into the flame and speak your own full name aloud with love and reverence. This is so important, Leo. Speaking your name is a powerful act of reclamation. It is a signal to your entire nervous system and to your higher self that you are consciously stepping back into your throne, into the seat of your power. Now close your eyes. Visualize a brilliant golden light emanating from your heart center, the very core of your being. See it expanding outwards, growing brighter and warmer with each breath. Imagine this golden light forming a beautiful, shimmering sphere around you, like a protective cloak of pure sunlight. This is not just a visualization, my dear Leo. You are actively resetting your vibrational state. This golden light becomes a powerful energetic field, a sacred boundary that recalibrates everything around you. It calls back all the scattered pieces of your energy and seals any leaks that were created by emotional stress, spiritual exhaustion, or the draining influence of others. In numerology, the number 3 is sacred. It represents the divine trinity of mind, body, and spirit. I invite you to perform this sacred ritual for 3 consecutive nights. This is not just a symbolic gesture, it is an act that speaks directly to the core structure of your being, activating harmony on all 3 planes of your existence. From an energetic perspective, this practice is your anchor. When deception or envy tries to provoke a reaction from you, you will respond with regal intention. When someone's masked energy tries to stir confusion or self-doubt within you, your clarity will be the ultimate shield. The key here is not to seek justice or validation outside of yourself. It is to re-establish divine justice within yourself by remembering that your energy is sacred ground. Think of it this way. A wise gardener builds a fence around their beautiful garden, not to punish the world outside, but to protect the precious life that is growing within. In the same way, you are creating this energetic boundary, not out of fear of others, but out of a profound devotion to your own evolution, to the blossoming of your own soul. Leo, you possess a natural intensity, a magnetism that others are irresistibly drawn to, but they do not always know how to handle the brilliance of your light. And often, that very magnetism can invite projections, envy, or misunderstanding. But hear me now, your power does not diminish simply because others misinterpret it. Your sacred purpose is not to shrink yourself in order to stay safe. It is to expand in a way that is rooted, aware, and wise. The magician reminds you that you are not starting from scratch. You are simply returning to a truth you have always known deep within your soul, that you are the vessel, you are the voice, and you are the vision. This moment, this ritual, this sacred awareness, these are not just tools, they are thresholds. And when you cross them with your full royal intention, you not only protect your path, you illuminate it for all the world to see. When your frequency is aligned with your own divine truth and self-love, you become untouchable in the most grounded and powerful sense of the word. This is not about defense. It is about presence. It is about choosing to be so completely and utterly aligned with your own light that you no longer need to guard it. You simply radiate it. And anything and anyone that cannot match that radiant frequency will simply fall away by divine design. Over these next few days, as you practice your sacred ritual and hold this awareness, your dreams will not be just random flickers of your unconscious mind. They will become sacred doorways. The time between sleeping and waking is a threshold where the veil between realms thins, where symbols whisper truths that our logical minds cannot yet grasp. With Neptune, the planet of dreams and intuition, forming a subtle but powerful connection to your inner world, your intuition is no longer a quiet voice. It is becoming a pulse, a language, a powerful guiding current. And the beauty of this energy, Leo, is that it does not require effort. It only requires your openness. In the stillness of the night, messages will come. They may not arrive in full sentences or clear narratives. They often come in potent sensations, repeated images, symbolic colors, or even the face of someone you haven't thought of in years, appearing again and again. That is not a coincidence. That is the symbolic language of your soul, reaching across dimensions to be heard by you. It's so easy for us to dismiss our dreams in the rush of our daily lives. We wake up, and the memory of them evaporates before our feet even touch the floor. But during this specific cosmic window, the spiritual and emotional significance of your dreams will be heightened. They will become a mirror reflecting the truths that your waking self may not yet be ready to fully confront. I invite you to keep a small notebook by your bed. When you awaken, even if the dream feels fragmented or nonsensical, write it down. Write down the feelings, the colors, the symbols. The very act of writing it down honors the message and signals to the universe that you are listening. Over time, as you look back, you will begin to see the threads forming a pattern. You will find confirmations, answers to questions you didn't even know how to ask. The connection between your subconscious mind and the divine intelligence of the universe is not accidental. You are being spoken to, Leo, in a way that is private, symbolic, and utterly personalized for you. Your astrological chart right now shows a tension between your deep inner knowing and the outer distortion you have been sensing. A reversed sun card appearing in this context is not just a warning of dimmed confidence, it is a sacred invitation to reclaim it. Somewhere along your path, your brilliant light may have been dulled, not because you lost your fire, but because someone else's shadow was projected onto it. This can happen through those subtle critical comments, through emotional manipulation, or through comparisons that made you second-guess your own unique path. You may have started to internalize the false belief that you must shrink to keep the peace, or that your worth is conditional upon making others feel comfortable. But the fundamental truth is this: your light was never meant to be small. And more importantly, it was never ever meant to be managed by someone else's insecurities. Reclaiming that light doesn't require a loud confrontation. It requires a quiet, regal clarity. And that clarity begins with naming what is sacred to you. This is why I ask you now to take a pen and paper, and in your own beautiful handwriting, to write down the 5 pillars of your inner kingdom: my creativity, my health, my joy, my love, my inner peace. Do not write them as abstract concepts, but as living, breathing truths. What do these words truly mean to you in this season of your life? What are you willing to protect, to nourish, to honor within yourself? Each word you write with intention becomes a luminous stone in the wall of light that surrounds your soul. This isn't an act of defense, Leo. It is an act of pure devotion. Devotion to your own healing, your own direction, your own divine resonance. As a fixed fire sign, you are not here to burn aimlessly. You are here to burn with purpose. And when you name what matters most, you become unshakable, not because you resist the winds of change, but because your roots go deep into the rich soil of your own values. Your handwriting becomes your royal decree. It's not for anyone else to see. It is for your own energy field to recognize and align with. That sacred space inside of you becomes brighter, stronger, and clearer. And in the face of anyone or anything that seeks to dim it, you will not need to fight. You will simply stand, anchored, illuminated, awake. My magnificent Leo, you have weathered storms before, not just to survive them, but to be reshaped and refined by them. When the great wheel of fortune turns in your reading as it is now, it is not a random matter of luck. It is a spiritual checkpoint. You are standing at the precipice of a soul expansion that cannot be accessed through sheer effort alone, but only through a sacred surrender to the divine plan. This card is a powerful reminder that destiny does not move randomly. It moves in response to our readiness. What you are navigating right now is not a punishment. It is a preparation. And while it may feel like chaos on the surface beneath it all, a deeper divine intelligence is orchestrating a profound upgrade in your destiny. The events, the people, and even the delays you are facing are meticulously realigning your path so that you don't just reach your next chapter, you embody it. Over the next 21 days, I want you to pay close attention with your heart. A soul ally is set to appear in your life. This is not necessarily a romantic partner, but someone who doesn't just support your journey. They carry a frequency that mirrors your own higher self. They will not be intimidated by your light. They will be inspired by it. You will recognize them by a phrase or a sentence they speak that matches something you once wrote in your private journal or whispered to the universe in a moment of quiet clarity. That, my friend, is not coincidence. That is divine confirmation. And when that moment happens, do not dismiss it. Receive it as a holy sign that your inner work, your self-honor, is now being reflected back to you in the outer world. The universe is always responding not to your fears, but to your trust. The appearance of the World card and the Ace of Wands, following this cosmic turning point, affirm a radiant new beginning. A brand new cycle of passion, creativity, and authentic expression is forming. And it does not wait for you to have everything figured out. It begins the moment you release the illusion of control and lean into a state of graceful trust. The opportunity you have been asking for, be it financial, professional, or romantic, arrives not when you push harder, but when you align deeper. Your sacred task now is not to force movement, but to prepare your inner environment to receive the blessings that are already on their way. Create space. Emotionally, spiritually, and even physically. Let go of what no longer resonates. Unsubscribe from the old stories of fear or scarcity. And most importantly, begin to move through your days as if the breakthrough is already a certainty. Because energetically, my dear Leo, it is. What is coming for you is not just new. It is resonant. It is purposeful. It is worthy of the version of you who has done the sacred work to finally be ready to receive it. And you are so much closer than you realize. This entire message, beautiful soul, was not just a warning. It was a gentle, powerful awakening. Everything you have walked through, everything that has been shaken, questioned, or exposed is not here to break you. It is here to bring you home to yourself. You are standing at the sacred threshold between an old fear and a new rebirth, between uncertainty and divine timing. And only one question truly matters now. Are you ready to trust the magnificent sun within you more than you trust the fleeting shadows that surround you? You are not powerless. You are not alone. You have been given the tools of awareness, the signs of your intuition, and the divine calling to reclaim the parts of yourself that may have been silenced, scattered, or forgotten. This is your moment to choose clarity over confusion, sacred boundaries over misplaced guilt, and your own healing over a painful history. You have the power to align with what is divinely meant for you, and no force, seen or unseen, can block what is destined for your growth. The great wheel has already turned. Now, it is your own brave heart that must open to receive. I invite you now, if you feel the resonance of this truth deep in your soul, to declare it. To seal your energetic intention in this sacred space we have created together. Type in the comments below. I am the light of the sun, protected and powerful. I accept my divine destiny. Let that powerful affirmation echo beyond this screen and into the very fabric of your reality, where change is already unfolding. Let it become your prayer, your compass, your reset, because it's not just words, it's energy, it's alignment, and it is a doorway to your most radiant future. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to listen, to reflect, and to heal. Every comment, every time you share or subscribe, you are not just supporting cosmic wisdom. You are expanding the circle of light for all souls who are remembering their worth, reclaiming their power, and anchoring their faith in something far greater than fear. Your presence here matters more than you know, and it is deeply felt. Until we meet again, remember this: your light is not seasonal, it is eternal. And even in the moments you may forget it, the universe never does. Go forth and be brilliant.